Hello, everybody. My name is Devin, and I'm here to address an age-old conflict: why dogs are better than cats. Now, this is a very opinionated statement. I know this. However, given my experience, I have owned both cats and dogs. I have experienced multiple different types of both. I was born and owned a cat. Had no dog at the time, and I was raised with this cat for 17 years. Love the cat to death. Still miss her to this day. But that does not negate the fact that I still believe dogs are better. As a whole, my experience with dogs has been better. As I said, I'm 25 years old. My entire life I've owned pets, whether it was one or the other. And the level of happiness and enjoyment I get from dogs, even on a daily basis, there is no comparison. Dogs are good for way more than just companionship, though. They actually provide health benefits as well. One of the big things that dogs do is they bring comfort. So, like, if I'm at work, had a long, stressful day, I come home, walk in the front door, and before I even take my boots off, my dog. I have an English Mastiff and I have a Lab mix. They're both sitting there wagging their tails, growl talking to me. It's one of the best feelings in the world, and it's almost like the stress of the day didn't even exist. Because I lay on the floor and I start cuddling with my Mastiff with all that extra flub that she's got, and it's awesome. It's hilarious. Dogs also provide a sense of purpose. That need to take care of something gives a lot of people a sense of purpose who feel like they don't have one. Cats aren't as high maintenance as dogs are. They're not. They bathe themselves. They tend to stay out of people's way. And I could see the benefit in that. Yes, I guess it depends on the type of person you are. However, the sense of purpose that dogs bring, there's a level of appreciation that comes from those animals because you are their caretaker. And that kind of ties together with the comfort. Another thing that dogs are used for is for stress relief. So dogs are actually used as a means of therapy for individuals who have gone through traumatic experiences. Sexual abuse victims, for example, they have actually used dog therapy as a means of helping those people recoup from the traumatic experiences that they've gone through. And I can see why. Dogs tend to be more in tune with your emotions. They tend to be able to sense what's going on. Another good benefit from dog, mindfulness. So mindfulness is different to each person. But what I mean by mindfulness is, let's say you're going on a walk. You got your dog on a leash, you're going on a walk. There's nothing to do except just walk. Experience nothing, just being there, being alive with your dog. Your dog's happy as can be walking down the road because you decided to take them bye-bye. Or, excuse me, that's the term I use for my dogs. Anytime I use it, they go ballistic. It's hilarious. Dogs also promote socialization. Have you ever noticed when you're walking a dog and they see another one and they immediately get all excited, all uppity? That is exactly how I've met some of the best friends I've ever met in my life. Is through my dogs, honestly. Dogs are amazing creatures, and they are creatures that humans don't deserve. They tend to care about us more than they even do themselves. Cats, they don't care. You could fall over one day, and probably 90% of the time, the cat is not going to care. A couple of the experience I've had with cats is, so outside of the cat that I had for 17 years, like I said, she was a little bit of a mothery type cat. So like I said, I kind of exempt her from this. But there was this cat named Scud. It's my uncle's cat. One night, I wake up, had to go get me a drink of water, and I see eyes glowing in the dark. Apparently this cat did not like the fact I was a stranger in his home, and decided just to run up and claw the mess out of me. Was not fun. was not a very good experience. I don't see that from a dog. 9 times out of 10, if a dog has angry behavior in that regard, it's because he was either taught that way, he or she was either taught that way, or they went through something traumatic themselves as well. And even then, dogs need rescuing just as much as human beings do sometimes. There was actually a poll done by the Today Show that of the 59% of American households that do own pets, 74% of those pet owners prefer dog. Only 47% prefer cats. And again, biased opinion, but I can definitely see why. Dogs have lived up to being man's best friend for generations. There is a reason that title has been earned. They assist in more ways than just physically. They can help you emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and again, back to physically as well. Like emotional support dogs, there's even physical support dogs for people who, if they're starting to have a seizure and fall over, there are dogs that are trained to literally crawl under that person's head to keep them from hitting their head on the ground. That's a next level of intellect. Like, there's no arguing that. If a cat tries to crawl under that person's head, they're going to get smashed. It's another thing too. Cats are typically one size. Dogs, you can get a dog that's the size of a cat, or you can get a dog that's the size of a horse. Me personally, I like the horse. But as a whole, cats are significantly not as fun, I don't think. It's a lot better for me to play with a dog than it is a cat too. Owning a dog as a whole will make life more enjoyable. The maintenance, yes, can get a little confusing, can get a little stressful. But the other side of that spectrum, dogs repay that to you tenfold. They will care for you whenever you most need it, whenever nobody else will. Dogs will always remain your best friend, while a cat could care less what happens to you.